For me, it's the biggest game externally. But for the boys, it's just another 90-minute game. And that's where our focus is. But we all know football. We're here to play the game. We're not here to play the occasion. Right? The occasion is for everybody else. We just focus on what we need to do, and it's another 90-minute game, and that's the only focus that we have as a collective group of the team.
Jamar?
Yeah, I think Pa said it best. I mean, it's just another 90-minute game. Yeah, it's big for the club. Yes, we haven't got to this stage yet, but I mean, it's another game. Got to stay focused, do the same things we need to do, and just stick to our tactics and just stick to what we need to do to win, and don't reinvent anything. That's really what it comes down to.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Cleve. Anything else from you, or are you good?
No, just the focus of TFC. A lot of people are mentioning, CF Montreal's lineup, maybe missing a guy or two, but these guys have nothing left to play for except the Canadian Championship, so they'll be throwing virtually, as I say, the kitchen sink at you guys tomorrow night.
You always want a team that you're playing against to put their best players on the pitch, because for us also is a measuring sticks to where we are as a group of players, for them to measure themselves. Some of our boys obviously have aspirations to be where this team is at, to play at the level. So there's no better chance and greater game than facing them tomorrow and showcasing our capabilities as a whole group and as a club. So we are looking very forward to this game. It's a very exciting game, and like I say, it's just another 90-minute game, and we are focused on ourselves. We don't worry about what other team has to do or not to do. We focus on what we have to do.
Jamar?
Yeah, you mentioned they have a full lineup. I mean, that's what it is. That at this level, at this stage, I mean, it's expected. So I don't really think we have to concern ourselves with them. I think we have to just concern ourselves with what we're going to do and how we're going to take over the game, or how we're going to play our way. I mean, I think it's mainly our focus. And I think that's why we're at this stage right now.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Cleve. Next question goes to you, Charlie O'Connor-Clark.
Thanks, Trisha. Hey, Pa. Hey, Jamar. Hope you guys are doing well.
Doing well, Charlie. Seems like you're doing well too. You've changed your scenery. Wow.
Yeah, I'm on the couch today.
Go on, sir.
Yeah. Just the way that you guys kind of approached the game against the Whitecaps, right? You obviously a different environment, but you didn't sit back, right? You kind of got at them right out of the gate. Just, are you kind of coming into this game with the same sort of mentality? Just where's the belief at in your group heading into this?
Our belief remains the same, Charlie. We don't change who we are. We play the game that we believe that should be played in our own way. That's why I say for us, it's we have to focus on what we have to do. We don't have time to worry about who we're facing. We know who we're facing, but it's on the pitch, and we got to do what we got to do. So for us, we got to play our game. We don't come here to think of the opposition. Let the opposition worry about us.
And just one for Jamar here. Jamar, I know that you've played at BMO against TFC in the Canadian Championship. Actually, I think, Pa, you might have as well. But just, Jamar, as a player, what do you maybe say to some of your teammates, to some of the guys about, what this is going to be like, what the experience is going to be like for them?
I've already spoken to them about, it's a different environment, yes. But again, it's still 2 goals. It's still just a normal size pitch. We have to just focus on ourselves. We can't let the occasion get to us. If we just focus on our normal style of play and things, start to go our way, I think, we can do well in this match. So I think it's just a matter of instilling the belief in the boys. I think they have it. They know what they're capable of. We've shown it already. So we just have to continue to do it.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Charlie. Over to you, John Molinaro. Hi.
Thanks, Trish. Appreciate it. And hi, Pa. Thanks for taking time today to speak. It's greatly appreciated. I know in your previous answers, you've said, obviously, you're focusing on Pacific and not, you want to have Toronto FC worry about you. But I am curious, to what degree, if at all, have you and your staff scouted Toronto FC, and what kind of match are you expecting from them? I mean, how do you think your team matches up against Toronto?
So if I give you right now, I'm helping Toronto. You just have to wait and see tomorrow.
Okay, and a quick one, if I follow up, if I may. I mean,
Yes,
are there any injury concerns? I know TFC is.
No. Knock on wood, don't speak to us about that. You can speak about Toronto's injury. Don't speak to us about it. Good.
Okay, fair enough.
Knock on wood, don't jinx us.
Thanks, John. Over to you, Neil Davidson. Hi.
Thank you. Pa, how would you describe your team's form in recent weeks? I know there have been quite a few close games your squad's been involved.
I mean, football is football, right? We've for me, what we've always looked for in our team is the consistency of our players, and we know it's a long and hard season, because what people should not forget is the second year that we have in a full season. The last one was in 2019, and obviously 2020 was a year of the pandemic and the league got out of it. But this year we're having a 28-game season, which also you're going to see a little bit of the ups and downs of the players, which is normal. But the table and how we've been playing doesn't lie. We've been constantly, since the start of the season, being between first and third place, and we are still in first place. So that shows how we've been, and you have to go through the ups and downs. But the greatest things that I see in our team is the belief that we have, and the way that we conduct ourselves, and the way that they face adversities, because we also have a lot of adversities happen to us, not only on the pitch but off the pitch, and to see how they've come together as a squad, as a teammates, as families, you know, which is the most important thing that we have as well. That shows the characters of this team, and for us, we are where we need to be, and now is the greatest month that we're gonna have in our lives and in our season. So it's something that we truly definitely look forward to as a group and as a club.
Jamar, if I can ask you a question.
Yeah.
You've played for a variety of clubs in Europe and in North America. Can you tell us how you found the CPL to play in, and what do you think of the talent around you, specifically the Canadian talent you're seeing in the league?
No, it's a good question. I think I'll speak about Pacific because this is where I'm at. But when I first came in, to see the talent from these young boys was tremendous. Honestly, it actually it pushed me even more because you can't just show up here. You got to really perform day in, day out in training games, because these guys are pushing, and the quality of the league is. Yeah, there's some things that need adjusting, but it's normal. It's a new league, but in terms of the players that you're starting to see develop, it's fantastic for Canada Soccer. It's fantastic for the league in itself. Back to our squad. I mean, there is a lot of talented players that I've seen from last year develop and make a change and step up this year. And it's not one or two players. So obviously it's also a testament to what the coaching staff is doing, and also for the players to actually adapt and understand what's needed of them. And that's where I think the difference is in Europe is the kids adapt much faster. And what I'm starting to see here is, I mean, with my own eyes, I've seen kids adapt at a fast pace from last year to now. So that's probably the most important thing that I've noticed. And I think that's required to go to the next stage. It's all about how you develop your mentality. So I'm starting to see more and more of it, and it's a pleasure, honestly. So yeah, I think it's in the right direction.
Thank you.
Thanks, Neil. Do you have a follow-up, please?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Yes, I do. Terran Campbell situation, Pa. 2 red cards in the competition. Is he out for tomorrow? And again, you mentioned before how unfair that is with TFC having played 1 game and you guys played 2 in the competition, and there's an unbalance there in the round play and how many games are played, and a chance to get a chance to pick up yellows as opposed to not having played and not a chance to pick up yellows?
I mean, if you look at Terrence's form and how he's been integral in the way that we played, and for this Canadian championship, he's been vital in the way he played. And to lose him in an uneven situation, to say it at least, I think that's something that the CSA must review and change, because I understand that you want to give a buy round to the MLS clubs, but also if we then come and we have to play them and we are down one of our best players, that's not even, right? And it's the same thing that I will speak of. Yes, it's us facing TFC. It's another way maybe the referees also should understand how they could maybe impact this game and not be the ones that people should talk about. Tomorrow's game should be about the players on the pitch and should never be about the officiating. So also I am hoping that the officiating tomorrow understand that, make it an equal game, make it a very fair game. Don't look at who they have as players and then give the calls to them, because that can be very demoralizing for the game, right? Tomorrow I'm just hoping the official just have a even game where they call for the both sides. But if you look at the whole picture, it's unfair because we are losing one quality players. But what I do know is that he is behind the team and the team will rally because they understand the moment that they're in. You know, it's about seizing the moment. And other guys will step up to the plate. And for us, that's the most important. But going back to it, I hope to see that tomorrow's officiating is not making it about them, but making it about the game and allowing the 22 players on the pitch to actually play a wonderful football and showcase what the CPL and the MLS teams out of Canada are made of, rather than we have to sit down here and talk about the officiating like our last game, which cost us and could have a great could cost us down with the playoff standings. So hopefully we don't get to see that.
Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome.